Hello guys, so for today's video, it's a very exciting but nervous video that I'm making. You can probably tell by the title and the reason you clicked on it, but I will be trying to read Powerless. I've had this book for a bunch of months now and I've heard amazing things about it, and all it's been doing is rotting in my bookshelf because I don't know if I'm intimidated by how big it is. I don't know what it is, but I've also all summer been in the biggest book slump. I've read one book and then like half of Just for the Summer by Abby Jimenez. Like I still haven't finished that book and I started reading it when school was ending. I don't know, I've been in the absolute biggest reading slump, so I'm hoping for all of people's amazing thoughts about this book that I won't be in a reading slump anymore after reading this. Also, Lauren Roberts just released the second book of this. There's a novella after this, and then she just released Reckless, I think it's called, and I just really want to be on track with everybody because I hate, like, I still haven't read this yet and everybody's like, you know, talking about the second one, and obviously this one's a big boy to get through. So I think that me vlogging this experience will hopefully help me get through it and actually stay committed to reading it. But yeah, it is currently July 5th on a Friday, so I'm hoping I can finish this by Sunday. That's kind of unrealistic by like how big of a reading slump I'm in right now, but I feel like if I set my standards, I don't know, if I set like the time to be short, then I will try to get through it fast. And yeah, I did start reading this a few months ago and I read like 2 chapters, so not very far into it. And I also started to annotate it, which I am going to continue while reading, just because if it meets up to the standards that everybody is setting it at, I would want it to be an annotated book. So yeah, but this is what the video is going to be about, is this book right here, so hopefully y'all stay interested. I am going to talk about how I feel through reading it. I'm going to try to leave out as much spoilers as possible. If I do say something that's a spoiler, I will set a timestamp for where you can skip, but I know that a lot of people have already read this, so I kind of want to talk about this in depth more. Okay, just letting y'all know, I did not leave timestamps. Every single time I finished reading a part of the book and would talk about it to y'all, I feel like each time it was a spoiler. I feel like there wasn't one time that I talked and it wasn't something that would be spoiling the book. So my recommendation, if you haven't read the book, go read it and then watch this video, or just watch this video. I feel like I basically read the book to y'all. Anyways, I'm sorry about not leaving timestamps and spoiling the whole thing. Hope you still enjoy the video. But yeah, that's what this video is gonna be about, and hopefully y'all are interested to know how I feel about this book. Anyways, I literally just woke up. It's like 12:30. I know, I did not go to sleep last night, but I'm going to wash my face and just kind of get ready for the day. Not really get ready because I'm not going anywhere. But I'll meet you guys when I decide to open up this book and start reading. Guys, it's almost 3:30 right now. I've been reading for the past couple of hours. I took a little break though because I have read a good amount. I read 70 pages, so I went from page 30 to page 100. A lot has happened. My opinion on characters have definitely extended, I guess. I feel like I'm getting a lot more into the book, which is making me want to read more. Like, I literally couldn't put it down, but I wanted to take a little break to tell you guys how I feel about it. Also, if the light goes out during this, it's because it's raining and thundering really bad right now, so that's what we're working with. But I'm gonna try to say this really fast so the light doesn't go out. Anyways, so basically there's this dude named Kai, and he's like a big deal in the elites, which is like a group of people, and he like basically kills anybody that's ordinary, which is like if they don't have power. He just is very known for like being the king. Like, he kills people, he's strong, whatever. Anyways, one day he bumps into this girl named Patton. Don't know how to say her name, please excuse me, but he bumps into her and he feels as if she has no powers, which she doesn't, but we'll get to that in a second. But he feels that she has no powers, and really, like, the first thing in his mind to do when he finds somebody that doesn't have powers is to kill them, like, straight away. But for some reason, he's like interested by her. Like, he doesn't want to kill her. Like, he's like, oh, I'm not gonna kill her. And basically, I think he pretty much asked her, like, you know, what powers do you have? And she's like, I'm psychic. But basically, her dad, when she was younger, she has no powers. She's an ordinary. But her dad has trained her to become to like pretend that she's psychic so that she survives being with the elites. So that's basically like her life story, is that she's grown up being an ordinary, pretending that she is psychic. Anyways, so he doesn't kill her, whatever. Time goes on. Basically, he gets in this big fight with this other person. This, like, I forgot the name, but he gets in this really big fight. And Patton comes and saves him, basically, saves his life. And he finds out that it was her, and he's just like, whoa, like, what just happened? Like, everybody is so confused on who just saved this king. This dude, like, who just saved Kai, because he's, like, supposed to be saving people, supposed to be killing people, supposed to be the biggest person, but she just saved him. And he's like, whoa, what is happening? Anyways, so after that, he cannot stop thinking about her. He, like, every time she's brought up, he's just very, like, interested. But anytime they've interacted with each other, they both have been very sarcastic to each other. Like, she calls him cocky all the time, and he's like, do you not know who I am? And she's like, I don't care who you are. Like, I don't think you understand that. And he just loves that she doesn't feel intimidated by him in a way, but like doesn't show it yet. Like, they're both very much in the mean sarcastic phase, which I love, because I love me a good enemies to lovers. Anyways, basically after she saved his life, everybody's noticing her, so she gets into the trials, which the trials are basically a group of people who are picked to compete against each other, I think. And Kai and her are both put into the trials, and when he sees that she's put into the trials, he's like kind of shocked. Like, anytime her name is brought up, he is just in shock. Anyways, so they get put in the trials, and then they have their first dinner, and he sees her and she sees him, and they're just talking, whatever. And then we find out that, like, they're literally, like, for their trials, they're in this, like, area where they all have to sleep in, like, the same area, and their rooms are right across from each other, which I feel like is going to be a key component later in the book for some reason. I'm just feeling it. But that's basically where I'm at right now. They're both very much in their mean sarcastic phase, so they're acting mean to each other, but really I know that, like, he's very intrigued by her. Like, he wants to know more about her, and him and his mother and his father are all really confused because they've never met anybody who's psychic before, so they're just like, whoa. But she's not actually psychic, she's an ordinary, and I'm scared for him to find that out, because that's gonna be very scary. But yeah, that's where I'm at right now, page 100. It's currently 3:22 right now. But I'll meet you guys back when I start reading again. I'm gonna hang out with my family a little bit and try to get out of my room, because I do not like thunderstorms, and this is very thunderstormy. But yeah, also I forgot to say this, I decided not to annotate anymore, because with how big this book is, it's gonna take me forever to finish if I stop and annotate everything I would want to annotate. So yeah, but this is how far we're in on the book. Okay guys, so I was just out getting some food for dinner and just going to some stores and getting some snacks, but I got home about an hour ago and have just been on my phone and also reading. I just read 30 more pages of Powerless, and I think my goal for today is to make it to page 200. I'm at page 136 right now, so I feel like it's pretty achievable, and it also is only like 7 o'clock, so from how late I stay up, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna be able to finish onto page 200. But yeah, I just wanted to let y'all know. I will share my opinions after I finish hopefully the 200, or however many pages I'm done reading tonight. I will update y'all and do a little how I felt about it. But yeah, so far I'm literally loving this book. This is literally what I'm talking about. Like, she's literally like acting like she hates him right now, and she's like talking about wanting to fight him with no powers, like without any powers, and he's like, I knew you wanted me. Like what are you talking about? Like, no, but like, actually, like, what are you talking about? Like, she's being super sarcastic, and he's like, I know you want me. I mean, he's being sarcastic too, I guess, but too much sarcasm. See, it literally says 1 minute we're flirting and the next we're fighting. Like, they're just so confusing. Like, I know they both just want to jump on each other right now, but instead they're deciding to fight. It's just, I can't seem to figure this vicious girl out. Vicious is insane. Ew, he needs to stop saying vicious little thing. It's really scary. Oh, I didn't want her to be partners with him. don't want her to be partners with Kai. What is she doing? Okay, I'm leaving the book on page 150. I'm going to go eat dinner and then I'll meet you guys back later to finish reading some more. Okay guys, it is currently 8:11 right now. I finished dinner a little while ago, but I thought since I'm literally doing absolutely nothing on this Friday night, I'm gonna start reading again. Of course, like I told y'all earlier, my goal is 200, but if I feel like reading more, I will. I realized a little later that after starting the video that I do have plans tomorrow that might take up most of my day. So I think I'm going to maybe like get up early tomorrow or make sure to read a lot like in the nighttime tomorrow. I don't really know. I'll figure it out, I guess, but I do have plans tomorrow. So that's that. But anyways, let's get to reading. Okay guys, it is currently like 8:30 I think. I'm using my phone flashlight and my book light because I don't feel like getting up to turn on my actual room light. But I've gotten to page 202 in the book. This is how much I have left. I'm honestly surprised I've gotten through 170 pages in a day for like the pace that I normally go in. I'm a very slow reader, so like for this it's like, you know, the book's good if I'm reading it in this pace. But I'm gonna tell my thoughts on the last 100 pages because I have a lot of things that I'm either confused about or just kind of annoyed about or just love. First thing, we're kind of learning more about the trials because I'm pretty sure the trials just started. But first of all, the trials are a lot like the Hunger Games. But she talks about that a lot, like Lauren Roberts, I'm pretty sure that's her name. She talks about that a lot in like her interviews and stuff. Not interviews, but like whenever she's talking about the book, is that it's a lot like the Hunger Games but with more romance, I guess. And also the people have powers. But that's the first thing. The second thing is I think I'll probably understand this as the book goes on, but like I don't understand if they're going against each other or going against other teams, because there's like other teams. I don't know, fantasy really complicates me sometimes, or confuses me, I guess. But I think they are going against each other, but I don't know how they're going to go against each other if there's a love interest and brothers in the trials. I don't know, I'm so confused. Also, I have heard this in reviews, but there's so much banter and tension, and like there's a lot, and I love that. Like I love that. Yes, I love that. But it just keeps going. Like it's just the same thing from like the first time they've seen each other. It's just the same thing all throughout. And I'm really hoping it gets a little better. Like they make a move or something. Like I don't know, he's kind of like changing. Like he's kind of like, oh, like she took like a knife out of him, or somebody stabbed him and she took a knife out of him, and he was like, oh, like she took a knife out of me, like she's so nice. But then right after that she had said that the only reason she took the knife out of him was to get the chance to stab him at some point, which was obviously sarcasm. But like he's like, okay, does she like me, does she not? But he's also not confessing that he has anything for her. So it's just it's a lot. It's so confusing. But like because the romance is very the same thing, I'm really more focused on the plot, I guess, like the trials and like what's going on. The ball was cute. They had like a little ball, and Kit, which is Kai's brother, had asked Payton, whatever her name is, to the ball, and they had went, but then Kai obviously had to ask her for a dance, and they danced for a little bit. And then the Ordinaries, okay, the Ordinaries are becoming a way bigger part in this, which is why I'm scared for people to find out that she is an Ordinary, which I feel like is gonna happen soon. But there's basically a group of Ordinaries that are sneaking into certain places and like killing elites and like killing people who have powers, and she's worried that like people are gonna find out that she's not, or that she is an elite or is an Ordinary. I don't know, I'm so scared for that. Like that's like what I'm so scared for, which is probably gonna happen later in the book. But yeah, that's kind of where I'm at right now. Kai, like what he says is like very pulls you in, but I just wish he would, like, all we're seeing in the book romance wise is like, oh, like hands on waist and like darling and like sarcasm. Like sarcasm is their main form of love. I mean, I guess it's not love, I guess they're like enemies right now, and it's like gonna turn into love hopefully. But we're 200 pages in. When exactly is that gonna happen? I don't know. I'm not a big fan of slow burn, so that might be a lot of my review, like my opinions, I guess. But I honestly don't hate the book. Like I really do like it. I wouldn't have read this much already if I didn't like it. I'm just hoping for more as the book goes on, which we definitely have a lot more, so hopefully I'll see a lot more. But that's where I'm at right now. I might read a little bit more later. It's not too late in the night. As you can see, it's still light outside, but that's basically where I'm at. And yeah, I'm surprised I got through this much, but I'll meet you guys either probably tomorrow. Even if I did read tonight, I'll update you tomorrow on like what I have read. But yeah, I will meet you guys back tomorrow. Hello guys, it is Saturday, July 6th. It is currently 3 o'clock, and basically I was supposed to wake up a little early before the graduation party because I didn't know how long that was going to last, but I didn't wake up early. I woke up a little late, which meant I had to get ready for the graduation party and just go straight there. But I just got home, and it's actually not as late as I expected we'd get home, so I'm going to definitely get some reading in right now. Obviously don't know what my plans are for later, but most likely I will not be doing anything. So yeah, I think I'm just going to try to get a lot of reading in today. My goal for today is definitely like 350, maybe 400. 400 I feel like is such a stretch because I read 170 pages yesterday, so I don't want to like, I don't know, my goal is like 300 at least. So that's what I'm going to try to do today. It is currently 3 o'clock, so I'll meet you guys back when I'm done reading a good amount and when I take a break and kind of update. Hey guys, it is currently Sunday, July 7th at 10 o'clock. I went out and ran today, so I'm up a little early. We were supposed to go to church, but plans changed, so we aren't going to church. So I'm just up early for no reason. 10 o'clock might not seem early to y'all, but I've been waking up at like 12, 1 o'clock every single day of the summer. So yeah, anyways, yesterday I literally read 20 pages. I did not read a lot. I just did not feel like reading, and I'm not gonna make myself read if I don't want to. So I feel like today is going to be a good reading day. I'm for sure gonna be home the whole day. I'm pretty positive. Yesterday I read up to page 225, so I literally only read 25 pages, but I think we'll be able to get a good amount through today. I'm hoping at least like down to here. Hold on, it's not focusing, but like maybe like half, yeah, like right here, maybe right there, hopefully. I probably won't finish today, but there's a chance that I could if I read literally the entire day. But even if I don't, I'll most likely finish either tomorrow or Tuesday. But yeah, I'm just excited to get this book done because I feel like everybody's already read it and I feel super left out. But yeah, the reason I barely updated y'all yesterday is because I didn't read anything, basically. I read 20 pages and then I took a nap and didn't read the rest of the night. So that's the plan. It's currently 10 o'clock like I said, and I'm gonna start reading right now. So let's get started. Maybe it's because I'm too weak to fight him, or worse, maybe it's the part of me that doesn't want him to leave that makes me say, fine, pardon. She doesn't want him to leave. Ugh, she's so annoying. Like, get to the point. Okay, he saved her life basically, and I guess there's this healing salve or something that, like, I don't know exactly what it is, but it's something that you use to heal somebody, I'm guessing. And she's like trying to help him because he's also injured, and she's like, where's the healing stuff, like whatever. He's like, gone. And she's like, you used all of it on me. And he's like, without hesitation. and she's like, he said that so calm and collected, like it doesn't mean anything. Like, what? Oh my gosh, she's talking about how he's flirty with all the females in like the place. And he's like, what, wanting me all to yourself? Literally, shut up. Excuse me, I'm beginning to think that you enjoy getting her, if only so you can have my hands all over you. What? I didn't realize you watched me so closely. Watched, darling. I've never stopped. He needs to, I'm gonna be honest, I think what's mostly killing me about this man is his sarcasm. Like, I will die for a man who is sarcastic and has, like, you know, like that mean humor, and he is just like listen to this. This is just like one of the moments. They're dancing because they didn't get a dance yet, or they never finished their dance, and where is it? Oh, she's like, there's no music, and he's like, well, then I guess we won't know when to stop dancing. How unfortunate. Like, literally marry me, like, I'm decided. I hate books, literally. Oh, I can't. He never knew what his favorite color was until he saw her eyes. Her ocean blue eyes, her fury blue eyes, her sky blue eyes. Like, that's love. That's love right there. That's love. Of course, the minute they're getting somewhere, somebody interrupts them. Like, she's literally about to admit something to him, and somebody comes in. Like, oh my goodness. Literally die. I'm just, oh my goodness. No. No. She's like about to die, and he's like, focus on my eyes. I know how much you like to stare in them. Like, she's on the verge of death. Like, what are you talking about? Like, you focus on my dimples. You try to convince yourself you hate, even though I know you look for them every time I smile. Focus on my lips. Don't be shy. I know this wouldn't be the first time. Like, she's literally about, I know he's trying to like distract her, but goodness, there's a time and place. Are you sure that was to distract me and not to boost your ego? That's literally my thought right now. Yo, listen to this. So he just saved her life, and she's like, I think I owe you a thank you, like whatever. And he said back, and I'll save your life again and again, aimlessly hoping you will allow me to stay in it. Kicking my feet, like, this is crazy. Like, I had to underline that because there's just no way. Like, I would die. I would die. Okay, it is currently 11:30 right now. So I just read from 225 to 300. So I made it a good bit in this little time I've been reading. I do think possibly I can get very far in this book today, just because it's still very early and I just got through a good amount of pages. Basically, I'm gonna be talking about what has happened so far in the past few pages I've read. So the romance aspect, as y'all saw in the clips before, it's definitely gotten a lot more intense. I feel like they're recognizing their feelings a lot more. There's a lot more at stake because they just had finished their first trial. They both survived, and in that trial a bunch of stuff had happened, and they had to like save each other's lives at one point, and there was many times where they were both vulnerable. Kind of where I ended, she's kind of finding more out about her father. There's a group called the Resistance, and like they're filled with ordinaries and elites and like a bunch of different things in that group, and her father used to be like the head of that group. Like, he kept it a secret from her and a bunch of people though, and that's how he died, was because of that group, because the king found out he was part of that group. But anyways, they're trying to make her ask Kit, find out from Kit where these tunnels are. So they're basically using her as like somebody who can find out information because she's friends with Kit. Yeah, the love has definitely been getting a lot more intense. It's still like banter tension, like, but it's I low-key like it. Like, it's not, in the beginning it was like the same thing over and over again, but now we're kind of getting more deep into it, like opening up, kind of, you know, he's definitely a lot more comfortable with her than in the beginning, and he's like literally opening up to her and she's opening up to him, and like it's just like cute, I feel like. But so far I'm really enjoying this. I'm obsessed. Okay, I'm on page 320 right now, but basically a bunch more has happened. But Kit and Kai's dad, like the head person, like the king I guess, he is getting mad at Peyton for being close with both of them because he thinks that she's like a nobody, she's not gonna win the trials, and she's just distracting his boys. And she's like, okay, like I agree, like I won't be around them anymore. So I'm scared that she's like not gonna try to be around them, and then but she's gotten really close with Kit, and like Kai's getting jealous, but the only reason she's getting close with Kit is because she wants to know where the tunnels are. So much is happening. Okay, I'm back. Currently I'm on page 364. Obviously I've read a lot. They are going through their second trial right now. They had to climb up this like ginormous tree thing, like rock. How I envisioned it was like rock climbing, but very, very tall. Kai apparently is afraid of heights, and apparently he was just very tall, so they're all like dying, like their feet are hurting. His father announces that rules have changed and it's whoever gets the flag first, which I'm guessing is at the top. So now everybody's like very frantic because they're like, okay, we are fighting for something more than just getting up there now. People are starting to kill people, blah 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 blah. Padden, whatever her name is, gets put on a team because these are team events now. She gets put on a team with Jax, which is Kai's brother, and Ace, I think. I don't know if that's his name. I don't know. Yeah, I think it's Ace. She doesn't like Ace because he almost killed her, and he almost made Kai kill Jax. So she doesn't like Ace, so when everybody starts killing people, she goes to Ace to kill him. And she's about to kill him, like literally so close to killing him, until she turns around and sees Kai, and she's like, you're not mine to kill. And it's this cute moment because Kai's over there bloody, like killed a bunch of people, and she's about to kill the person that he needs to get his revenge on. So she lets him kill him, and Kai's like, you need to go over there and win. And they're on two completely separate teams. So he just like lets her win the event, and his dad's probably gonna be super angry at him, but that's basically what has happened. But yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna be able to finish this tonight because I'm not stop reading, and it is currently 2:45. So I'll definitely be able to finish this. Okay, so I'm on page 423 right now. So he finally confessed his love to her. I mean, they knew that they both, you know, had a thing, but without being sarcastic, he did kind of, you know, tell her, like, I know you feel it. Like, he asked her, what do you want me to call you? And she said, what do you want to call me? Like, and he said, I want to call you mine. Oh, what do you mean? What do you mean? And he was like, I can just imagine this, like, he is so frantic and like just spilling it out because he's been waiting to, but he's like, I know you can feel it too, like, just like feel what? Like, she's acting so clueless, like, oh my gosh. And he's like, feel alive, feel the fire. He's talking about the intensity and like how his heart is racing, and how when he looks at her, he's drowning. And he said, look at me right now and tell me you don't feel the same. And she's like, I don't feel the same. And he said, say that again without your like legs moving or something, how he could sense that she's lying. And she's like, I don't, like, she doesn't say it. And then he's like, God, you're stunning, blah 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 blah. Basically they almost kiss, but he pulls back, and he's basically like, you promised that I could touch you when I'm sober, because like whatever. And then he's like, but I'm never sober when I'm around you, never not drunk on every detail that is you. Like, what poetry is this? I'm gonna read that again for y'all. You promised that I could touch you when I was sober, but I'm never sober around you, Pay. Never not drunk on every detail that is you. Oh, this is just insane. Like, who says that? Hello guys, so it is currently 3:48 right now, and I just finished Powerless by Lauren Roberts. I am basically just gonna go kind of on how the ending felt for me, and then a whole overview on the rating I give this book and how I kind of felt about it in a whole, because you kind of saw all my emotions towards literally every single part of the book as this vlog went on. So I feel like I don't need to go towards every single part of the book, but I'll definitely let y'all know how I felt as a whole, and definitely what the ending felt towards me, or felt for me. First of all, I give this book a 4.5. It was almost a 5-star, but I just feel like it was so, like, it left me wanting so much more. And I understand that that's what the 2 other books are for, but like, maybe those other books will be a 5-star because it won't be leaving me wanting more. I don't know, maybe that's like not a fair rating, but I don't know. The continuous banter, it was amazing at some points because like of the wording, because she knew how to word stuff, but at points it just felt super continuous, and I was just like, ugh, I don't know. But I did really like this book. I loved the romance aspect. I loved the way she wrote the fantasy aspect. She said this multiple times, but I felt super, like, the scenery felt a lot like Hunger Games. That was kind of my way of imagining it. Imagining it? That's not a real word. Imagining it. And even towards the end when everything was getting all like really crazy, all I was imagining was like a mixture of like the Hunger Games scenery with like when this is really stupid, but in Mean Girls when they like what is her name? Katie, like imagines everybody like in Africa and like them fighting like animals. That's what I imagined. It was just so chaotic in the end, and I was just like, whoa, like I was so taken back because I was not expecting that, like from how slow the book was going and like how kind of soft it wasn't going soft because people were dying throughout the entire book. But and then the last trial, like hello, and I don't know how to say her name, Adenia, her dying, like so much at the end happened that I wasn't expecting. And I didn't fully grasp the ending, so if you could comment like if I'm mistakenly saying things that are not right. But my thoughts on the ending, so she killed his dad because the dad killed her father, but then we're getting like the dad didn't kill her father, Kai killed her father. I don't know how I was getting that, but I don't know. Anyways, that happened. Kai found out that she had just killed his father, plus she's an ordinary, and he's like finding out that she's basically been lying to him this entire time. And lets her go. Of course, all the stuff she's just done, he lets her go. And he's like, I just let her go, like, blah, blah, blah. And it's just like, she killed him, she killed the king, she killed my father, and yet I let her go. But not for long. The title of Enforcer has been weighed so heavily on my shoulders. I'll have to find her, and when I do, I'll have found my courage. Like, is he wanting to kill her, or is he wanting to be in love with her? I think he wants to kill her. Like, honestly, I think he wants to find her and kill her. But like, his dad got what he deserved. Like, he's been doing too much. Because he's like, run. Because when I catch you, I will not miss, I will not falter, I will not make the mistake of feeling for you. So like, he's like, this whole time, I have been so distracted in your beautifulness, basically. I've been so distracted that I've missed that you were an ordinary, you were basically part of the resistance, and you're basically plotting to kill my dad this entire time. Even though she kind of wasn't. She basically wasn't. But he's like, you just killed my father, and I'm letting you go. He's so delusional. I honestly think he's delusional. But I guess we'll see in the next book what happens, because this was a lot to handle, But yeah, that's basically my thoughts on the book. I liked it as a whole. The romance, fantasy, all of it was super good. And yeah, Lauren Roberts is definitely an amazing author. I'm excited to see what the other books are about. But yeah, that is my reading journey. That was me reading Powerless. I hope you guys enjoyed seeing me read and kind of coming on this journey with me. But yeah, also I want to apologize for not posting for like 3 to 4 weeks. I've just been very distracted and kind of in my own world, which as a 16-year-old girl, that's what's gonna happen. So I'm sorry about that, because I was on a good posting track, so I'll try to be on that track again. But anyways, I love you guys so much, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!